Hello? Hello? Why? Oh my god. Things still aren't working. Oh no! Scheiße. That is not what this stream info is set to. Not accurate. Scheiße. Scheiße. Oh, it killed my message. Oh god, nothing's working as I want. Just a little bit of scuff. This is a great welcome back stream. There, alright, I didn't want to retype it all. Oh, now it gives me back my chat. Okay, awesome. How do I... You know what? I think we're just going to go live with this. Can people hear me? I don't even remember how to see viewer count, if anyone's even listening. Users? Oh, will not remember my username. Hello. Do I remember your username? I'm not entirely sure. It sounds actually vaguely familiar. Well, I'm just going to assume audio is good unless someone tells me otherwise. We're making a cork board today. The plan is to... I have no idea how I'm going to lay these out. And I was hoping to make an image of some sort. And then I realized all the images I would like to make. I don't know how well that's going to be pixelated with cork boards. Or with corks. So, I do also have more corks. But, these are the nice ones. And I forgot to do the test cut. Awesome. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to cut these well enough with what I have. If needed. So, I think the first image I want to try... I'm not sure what image to do. I was going to do a sprite from Hololive, and I was supposed to get that image on screen. Oh my god, I am so good at this. I am so good at this. I don't know how the sprite's going to work. I think I might actually just not do that. We're going to be doing, I think, just putting a D6 on it. We'll be putting Hakos Baelz' Oshi mark if doing her sprite doesn't work. Alright, I'm gonna go. I need to pull up her sprite on screen. Hakos Baelz. Oh yeah, this is definitely not gonna this is definitely not gonna work. Save image. Gotta put it there. And I'll take this one. Save image. Gotta put it there. Back to the workshop. Hi, Kat. Howdy, Bjorn. Welcome in. I don't know if you saw the scuff, but I apologize. There will be more of it. We're making a cork board today. And I forgot to put the images on screen, so I'm doing that now. I'm gonna go to this real quick, so y'all don't see my file browsers. Image. Sprite 1, I guess. So I don't know how well the images I was planning to make are gonna work, but we're gonna see how it goes. Alright, there's that. Option 1, I suppose. I guess I'll do face. Alright. Browse. I was also thinking, once I remembered how purple these were, I was like, doing a takodachi would be kind of a cool... That'd be a pretty cool corkboard, actually. I might actually just do a takodachi. Alright. Let me grab a takodachi as well. Alright, you know what? We're not going to be able to grab a takodachi. Alright. Workshop. Sources. Alright. We're gonna start big. We're gonna hit our limits as soon as possible. It's the only way you learn. Only way you learn is failing tremendously. Also, I don't know why the model isn't reacting to the mic anymore. It was, I promise. Alright, we're gonna see how this goes. I have a bunch of keychains that I don't really know how to display, so I thought having a corkboard would be super cool. It might actually not work well for displaying keychains, but I'm gonna figure that out in post. So, I guess I'll move the corks off, and then I guess I'll just draft with a pencil real quick. And then we'll just see how well the corks actually take to the shape, and if it's actually legible. How are you doing today, Bjorn? Let me know if the audio is alright. I am mainly just hoping that all the audio settings from when I streamed a few months ago still work. So if it reset, I have no idea. Ooh. Literally took me like 30 minutes to place all of these corks on the board for the start, and I realized, wait, I need access to the board underneath. I don't want to just be shifting them around on here. So, I've learned that mistake. Audio is a bit echoey. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I'll lower the mic, but as... Oh, it's crunchy? Oh no. I will lower it. Alright, hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's better. I am also streaming essentially from my kitchen, because that is where my quote-unquote workbench is. So, the echoey might just be something I need to upgrade in my kitchen, put some sound dampening. This part of the break was actually figuring out this craft setup, this hand cam situation. So, and then I just got distracted with a bunch of other hobbies because that's how life is. So I didn't actually set this up until like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe. Oh my god, everything's falling apart. It doesn't need to look pretty on the side. That's off camera. That's off camera completely. Just don't look at the edge of the camera screen, please. Thank you. Alright, you know what? There we go. that works. Alright. I'm getting a drafting pencil real quick. That's the closest thing I have available. Alright. Do I bother drawing this upside down rat? I will be drawing... Oh, actually, you know what? It's perfect that I'll be drawing this upside down for you guys. So that works out. Upside down is her natural form, so me drawing her right side up from my perspective is for you guys. You're welcome. You are all welcome. Alright, her head's like... what, a quarter of the body? Like, if that's the halfway point, there's that. Big rat head. Alright. Ear. Also, I apologize for all the weird noises I make. That's just what you gotta get used to if you're gonna start watching me. So, no actual apologies. Boop, boop. That's... Alright, gotta get Mr. Squeaks up here as well. If I end up changing what I'm gonna be making out of the corkboard, I'm gonna have a lot of really ugly, ugly lines that are gonna stop being helpful very quick. Also, I just realized, you know what? No, we're just gonna figure out how this works. Oh, you know what? Let me... If I turn off the light, do the lines, are they clearer? Not really. I'll just keep the light on. I'll try to draw a little darker, so you guys can actually see what's going on here. There you go. That's better. Alright. Big ol' eyes. Big ol' idle eyes. Those are terrifying. But we'll fix them. Rat. I'm actually very glad I decided to do this on stream. I was actually, I think, originally planning to just kind of make a video of this rather than actually stream it to make it like a test of the workshop setup. But I am glad I actually just decided to go ahead and stream it instead of procrastinating it even more so. It is a block of cheese in the middle, isn't it? I know she has the key thing, but I don't see the ribbon with a key on her Hololive spray, interestingly enough. Because she has like a ribbon with a key normally. But I don't see that, so I guess we'll just skip that bit. Oh, did I put enough room for the tails? I hope so. Oh, we're cutting it. We're cutting it close. Boop. Yeah, okay, that seems proportional. I think we're good. I think we're good. I will say, 25% of all endeavors are completely luck. So, or at least my endeavors are. I have no right to have pulled off the stuff that I've pulled off, and the list of things I have not pulled off in life are significantly more so. But that's why we do things. See if we can. We don't need to ask if we should. If no one else is going to ask if they should do things before they do things, why should we? Alright, I don't like this super bent one, but we're just going to go with it. Oh, you know what? The white ones might be making it look weird. That might be why. Yeah. Boop. I don't really have much color variation in corks, though, is the issue. I've got some color variation. If we can use... Actually, you know what? The bag of extra corks I have are a lot of really white ones. So, you know what? That actually might work in our favor. They weren't super interesting from like a face point of view, so I kept them off to the side. Because I really like how all of these, a lot of them have like the wine stain. I don't know if that's visible, but you can see like the color difference between the ends. And I like showcasing the wine stain. I think that's cool. Also, I keep forgetting, every time I open this massive jug that I keep them in, I keep forgetting how much like wine they still smell like. Alright, it looks like my proportions, I drew her head really big. Her head was supposed to be right there. I doubled the size. So you know what? This is going to be a torso. This will be a bust. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Speaking of torso, speaking of bust, lol, teehee. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Boop, 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 boop. Got the big sleeve here. Oh, actually, because I was also planning on not actually using the full length of these. Now that I think about it, I can actually, because I was planning to cut them, and I don't know how cutting's going to work, but I can actually, I wanted to give it some variance in 3D. I wasn't actually planning to have like a 3D image until a buddy of mine recommended to do her Holocure sprite. But if I can actually do 3D with like the finger point, that would be actually really sick. This is dope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can count. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, there's her hand. Hey you! Rat! Get on in here, she's saying. Crop top. So that doesn't make sense for her, like, clap. So there's... I guess that kind of makes sense. If I don't go like all the way to the collar. If I do like that, that looks a bit more realistic. Alright, that's better. That's gonna be shoulders, roughly right there. It's like underneath her thumb joint, so it's like right there. I really need to not sing with the BGM. I couldn't figure out how to actually get the audio to also come to me, and I know it's possible, because that's how I used to run it. So if I sing along with the BGM, it's going to not be in the same place that it is for you, because I just have a completely separate instance of it running. So I need to not sing. That being said, I do have some exciting stuff planned. I did put some question marks for like 3 weeks from now, I think, or something like that. I've got like 3 different things in mind. It's another crafting stream, or it's a tech learning stream, or it's a special third thing. And it's essentially going to be whatever I manage to actually try and figure out in time, that's going to be what goes on. So, oh, she's got blush. I need to remember the blush. Her back arm just goes, yeah, just goes back. Sleeve. You know what, this is actually, for not having drawn in a long while, this is actually going better than I expected in terms of, look. Got the big poofy sleeve, and that's just gonna hide back there. Hot damn, this might actually be doable. This might actually be vaguely doable. One thing I should have checked before, because I just got like project pieces of plywood from the store. I'm not actually convinced that it's a square, which I don't blame them. This stuff's usually just like scrap material. So I'm gonna actually see if it is level real quick, because I'm very doubtful. Oh my god, I might actually just be crazy. It actually is relatively, at least in that direction, relatively. Alright, you know what? I am going to officially apologize to the store that will not be named. I was not expecting it. I, for some reason, very much did not believe it was an actual square. I wish I centered it better, though. Because, like, what? Her center line's gonna be, like, right there. I am literally, like, a singular inch off. Or not even an inch, like a half inch off. Yeah, because it center line's at 1.5. Goodness. Alright, I will just shift the corks then. So let's grab all the really purple ones then. That'll just have to be her red. That'll just have to be her red. So a couple things I learned when researching if this was even doable. And you'll see me prep for this stuff as well. If you ever want to glue cork, apparently, I don't know if it's purely because it's just like a contact with the material thing, or if it's perhaps a whatever protective sealant they put on the outer layer of cork. We'll actually want to sand down the... Oh, that's the one thing I didn't bring to my desk. I have it in the room next door, but like my sanding equipment. You'll actually want to sand down the contact, or the surface that you're actually going to be gluing. And that apparently will help the glue much more. I'm guessing it might just be... I don't know, because cork's already kind of porous, but glue's not really that thin, so I don't know if it's actually gonna... I don't know if it's actually gonna matter about the porousness of it. Alright, I do have a little bit of black. How much black does she actually have? She's got some, so I'll set aside all the, like, super, super dark stuff for the black. Set that aside when I find them. I need a really thin purple one for the tip. Is this going to be our thinnest? That might be our thinnest. This is another thin one I can use for other tips. Yeah. I'll be real, I'm kind of ecstatic that this actually seems to low-key be working. I'm pumped for this. This is going to be cool. Do you place the corks along the drawn lines? Probably going to be easier to get the face details with it doubled in size. You know what? That's fair. That is true. Face details will just come out a bit better because of that. I'm going to be trying to make it kind of similar to pixel art, so we'll still need to fill it in. But the lines will essentially be our guide for... they'll be our guide for how we place stuff down. Then, if we're happy with the image, we'll take the cork off in sections, decide how... Oh, he's AFK. I didn't even read that bit. Well, I'll explain it again later, but I'll continue now. Once we have it down on the board, we'll set it aside in chunks, so that way we can address how long it needs to be, cut it to the length we want, and then we'll take the sections back piece by piece. I've got rubber bands to keep everything together. And then we'll officially, after sanding them, we'll officially glue them on. So that'll be the plan there. This is a good other one. Same brand here, whatever this grapevine is. I don't actually drink wine, so thank you to the friends of mine who, actually it's specifically one friend, and it's not even that friend, it's that friend's mother. I got a buddy whose parents are really into crafting and stuff like that. They've actually made quite a few things. And I have two friends, including this one, who I know do enjoy drinking wine on occasion. So I asked them at first, I'm like, hey, have you guys just happened to have collected wine corks? Have you guys just happened to collect wine corks, because I kind of want to do this project? And unfortunately, neither of them have really collected it. I know it was a long shot, but some people do just kind of like keep the discards around for various reasons. But apparently, this one friend told his mother, because they also have a bunch of wine, but they also haven't had wine in a long time, even though they have a bunch. But apparently she found on 2 occasions large bulk sellings of wine corks. So she actually bothered to get them for me. And one of them was disgustingly overpriced, so I feel bad. But God bless her heart, I appreciate it. So I do need to return the favor at some point. Let's remove this one, because that one's probably going to be a white one. That's probably first thing. That's probably our first like actual segment to keep in mind. Let's try to round this out a little bit more, though. If I tilt that like that, that's a bit more round. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, I'm happy with that so far. Alright. Do I get the white pieces out now? I might just get the white pieces out now. These are like exceptionally smooth corks. Which I'm glad I didn't like immediately discard, because I was very much disappointed with how interesting these were, but they might actually be our saving grace. Let me move this short one. This tall one first. Actually, it might dictate how I deal with this. So, oh, this would be perfect for the finger. This would be perfect for the finger, I think, because it's got like that big bulbous point to it. I think I have a couple more like that. I do. Alright, I'll keep those off to the side. I don't even remember what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I want to do a test cut at some point, because I honestly have no idea how cutting this cork is going to go. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least. Because research told me essentially any fine blade should do the trick. But the store that I went to for the blade only really had one option. So, shrugs. Hopefully it's good enough. I've never cut cork material before. Let's start going down here. Get the flatter side, I guess. Not the actual wine opener pierce. Yeah, thank God I have all these relatively plain white ones. Ooh. Curve that, and then I can fit that one more right there. I think that might be good for the hair tendril. The white ones don't really have much variance in like diameter though, and honestly, I know these don't really vary in diameter that much in general. really think I want to like cut straight down into it to like change the shape though. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of this being made out of wine corks a little bit. And I was planning to fill in all the empty space with these plain ones sideways. I don't actually know how that's gonna go now, because I also don't actually know if I have enough corks to fill in all the background. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Alright, and now the back, I guess right tail, or right, big tail. Probably want to simplify the overall shape. Don't need to do like every single point. Alright, this one just... Can I push that in? You know what? This might be a good way to test. I'm going to actually trim it down a bit. Where did I put my blade? There it is. Alright, definitely not perfectly straight because I didn't expect it to feel the way it did. But you know what? That cut decently well. I'll take that. I will call that a successful cut. Cut. But now I have all this. I'm just going to sweep later. Oh, I still have that in my hand. Oh, I am extremely thirsty. I need to grab some water. Perks of a workshop in your kitchen. Water's right here. There's some good purples. How much red does she actually have? It is pretty much just the hair and the eyes and Mr. Squeaks. I think we'll have enough purple. As long as I'm not too overzealous, I think we'll have enough purple. I definitely want to make sure the eyes stick out though. So, yeah, you know what? I think with using the whites for the irises though, I think that should be fine. I think they'll stick out well enough. I'm wondering if I can actually... This wouldn't be on this stream, because this obviously was not planned, but if it turns out I don't have enough cork to fill out the whole... I wasn't sure if I was going to use the whole 2 foot by 2 foot board. I was also very much expecting to draw out the outline and cut out the backboard that I want to use. But if I do end up using the whole 2 foot, and I don't have enough cork to fill it out, I wonder if I could just... I know I could. I could just put a frame around it, because that wasn't planned at first. And then actually fill it in with resin. That'd be kind of neat, I think. Oh, did I just steal that from there? Lamau. I need another tiny purple. Oh, that's why I have these. See? Past me is looking out for current me. I appreciate it. Thank you, past me. I want to use one more light one, though, to give this a little bit of a curve. I do think it needs the curve. Grab these 2 small ones. I'm going to cut these, so I don't know why I'm making sure to use the small ones for certain ones. I don't know, maybe I won't end up cutting it. We never know. Honestly, one life lesson that I wish I knew much sooner is just kind of make all of your plans flexible if possible. Unless, and I guess it depends on comfort level. But I know for me specifically, I seem to thrive, or at least things get done, if I'm not stressing about making plans that 100% go according to plan. I need to just expect things to just not work out in my favor. Yeah, let's keep that there. By accident, I'm kind of using the light red ones for the tails, so I might just stick with that. Guess I'll just tuck that in there. Yeah, that one should still keep its curve, I think. Otherwise, it's just going to look too repetitive, potentially. Put that there, and then tiny one. And then that can go there. Give it some body. Give it some weight. I want like one more, I think. Small one. Maybe give it a little height too. Tuck it in a bit, maybe? I don't know. That actually looks so much better than I expected. I am pumped. I'm running low on... Well, I don't think I'm actually running low on purple. I decided to just knock everything over instead of placing them back up. That's the issue. Alright, before adding the last one there, I might skip it because I want to make sure I have enough red for the other side as well. I definitely do not want to run out. Alright. We need, at minimum, that's actually one of the things I really like about pixel art, because you have such a hard constraint on what you can actually show due to the resolution. I like that you have to kind of make those compromises about, alright, what do we actually need to display, what things can we sacrifice. So like obviously, you're not going to get hyper-realistic hair. Realism is not the point of like pixel art type stuff. So we have to like be very cognizant of what bits of the hair we're actually going to include. Pixel art is cool because of that. That's another tiny one. Let's actually leave that there. Where's my other significantly purple ones? Am I gonna have to restain these just so I have more purple? Do I need to go out and start drinking wine just so I can fund my exploits? I don't know why I called it an exploit. If you're running low on a certain color, that just means drink more wine. You right. I don't know if I've ever actually had alcohol in this since I moved in here. I'm not like against drinking in any way, shape, or form. I just don't. But I can always be the devil on the shoulder of my friends. Like, hey, wouldn't a glass of wine after work just sound so good right now? Oh, Bjorn, you can help with that? Sick. Alright. We'll see how this project goes so far, and then we'll have a quick wine party to celebrate the return to streaming. It'll be legendary. We won't remember a thing. It's gonna be great. Wine hangovers are like the easiest I've been heard, right? Yeah, pretty sure. I do kind of want to put one here. I don't know. Looks kind of thin. Just a little bit thin. I love laying it all out, just knowing that I'm going to have to take them off so I can actually glue them piece by piece. This one I am also going to trim a bit as I place it, because this back end is just real messed up. Much better. Let me actually use that to dust it off. My hand's not actually catching much of it. Watch me knock over everything at some point. I won't tell, Bjorn. Don't worry. I won't tell. Secret is safe with me. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Alright, that looks better on that side. I think that's also just a little too thick as well, so. Want to give some more room for the eye, since that's going to have to stick out a bit. I can take those off. That's probably good enough for that, I guess, framing, that framing, bang. Alright, I just realized. Alright, you know what, I've got, like, regular colored ones as well, so I can use that for skin tone, probably. I don't need to worry about that too much. Alright, let's do the same process. Let's do that white tendril. Is tendril even, like, the right word for, like, I guess a strand of hair? It's the only word I know to use for them, but I don't know if it's weird. It sounds kind of weird. But I mean, that's kind of what it is. It kind of just is a tendril of hair. Undeniably so. This one should be pretty easy. Literally just a line of them. I'll get the short one. The short one. That's probably good. I could put one underneath it, but it doesn't really do that in the image, so I guess I just won't. Alright. We can probably do that bit at the top if we have extra. I don't think it's super necessary for the legibility of it. Purple, kind of purple. I'll accept that. Just end up giving her ears some room. Mainly just gotta fill in this space. Ugh. Need a small purple. There we go. Yeah, this twin tail is just gonna be a little on the smaller side. Hopefully it still reads, because I know it is her, like, canonically bigger one, though. So we'll see how that plays out. do what I did last time. I think I just started with the outline and filled in. Oh, that's a good thing. Oop. That's a light thing. Let's move that down. Purple. What if it was purple? Oh my god, I have to have more purple ones here somewhere. There we go. Like, wine isn't really any other color. At least, the ones that stain aren't really this color. The ones that are a different color I don't think really stain. Alright, this should probably have a curve in a bit though. Just match that regular vibe. Wow, this purple really does not come up as purple on the camera. I'll just keep it there though. I can tell it's purple. Now, whenever this is complete, I will definitely be posting an image to the Twitter of how it came out. So, and that'll be with all the keychains hopefully hanging on it too. So even if I do actually somehow completely finish it on stream, which is the goal, lofty goal, but it is the goal, I won't hang it on stream obviously, but I will hang it and then post a picture online about how it turned out and the absolute end of it. I am running low on purple. I need to drink more wine. Purple. Oh, that's purple. Kind of. That's close to purple. Purple adjacent. I don't want to take all of the strong purples though. Like, I'm specifically skipping some because I need to make sure I have red for her, at least a little bit for her eyes. I might unfortunately have to skip Mr. Squeaks. I really don't want to. If I can keep Mr. Squeaks in, I will keep Mr. Squeaks in. But Rose also just got a lot of tiny detail that I don't know if it's gonna work out. Mr. Squeaks will be behind the scenes holding everything together, I assure you. He will not be completely forgotten. Draw him into the resin. I've never done resin stuff before though. I do think I'll probably still need to 100% glue this stuff in, because when you pour the resin, you don't want it all to like move. So these will be glued in. I built the frame afterwards because I just don't have, because I would like to glue these on stream. I don't have the wood to make the frame, so I'd make the frame, install it, mix the resin, yeah, and then just, I guess, pour. And it would be nice because it would fill in, it would add more structure, because cork, I did get some polyurethane sealer, so that way, when I install the corks, when I glue all the corks down, I will need to make sure that stabbing them with whatever I'm using to hang the keychains, which right now are actually just not finished nails, because finished nails have like the completely just don't have a nail head to them really. I forget what they're called, but I'm just using these nails with like a wide head that I'm just planning to stab through the cork. I was hoping to get just like long push pins, but for some reason, I don't know, why weren't those going to work for some reason? I don't remember. But something was telling me not to use those. I don't remember what about them. Does it look weird if I don't do the extra long back tendril? I don't think so. I think that still looks very much like Bay. Yeah, I won't overextend the red. I think this works just fine. Yeah, I think that works just fine. Whew, alright, actually the hair is the hair is done. That's actually kinda sick. I'm actually gonna grab my phone real quick because I want to actually take some in progress. Oh, I see it. I actually had it over here with me already. I just realized it's literally going to be in a video on my computer. I don't actually need to take pictures. I am actually just completely done. Alright, let's do that middle bang. These are kind of browned actually, so I want to use those for the skin tone. I want to use those for the hair if I don't have to. Wait, let me do the black bit first, actually, because that's gonna get hard to fit in if I fill it out with the white first. Oh, I need like one more black piece, I think. Put that out. Like that. Make sure it's actually a black one at the end so it doesn't blend too much with the purple. Skip that one. I need more really dark ones. I guess I could just marker the other really dark ones. Do I have any completely black ones in my bag of the less interesting ones? Not really. Alright, I'm getting a black permanent marker. We're improvising. I was hoping for like a whiter base one, but I guess not. Oh, that's a good purple. I guess we're not really going to use gray, are we? Should I just cover this gray one? No, there's not really gray. Alright, I'm gonna... Can I marker it? Oh, kinda. Yes. Does that just wipe off? It does not. Alright, we're good. We're good. It's working. Gray. Black. I don't know if it's the cork material or not, but this marker feels dry as heck. Probably just the cork material, though. Actually, I could test that. Nope, it's also the marker. Okay, you know those tips. Almost. How does that work? Ah, you know what? I will take that. That looks successful to me. That looks completely successful to me. Oh wait, I have black spray paint. I could just do that as well. And cover my marker. Try to give it a little bit of a curve. The really scuffed black streak, but you know what? I think it works. It's gonna have to. Surrounded by the white, it should be fine though. Yeah, it'll definitely look more like a black streak when it's surrounded by all the white ones. Yeah, that looks much better with the rest of them in here. Yeah, sorry, Squeaks. You will be readdressed later. We will see how the project fares. See you soon, little buddy. I can make a little 3D Mr. Squeaks and actually put him at the top of the cork board. Oh my goodness, I'm a genius. That'd be adorable as heck. Alright, that actually looks pretty good. That actually looks pretty good. Alright. Ooh, now time for the eyes. Alright. I technically need blue and red. I don't actually know how I'm gonna do blue. I don't really have a third color in my arsenal. So it's just gonna be more of the skin tone color, essentially. Which I think will be fine, because it's like next to the white hair, so I think that would work. If we just see like the big splash of red at the bottom of each eye. As long as it's well separated by the white, it should stick out enough. You just need to make sure it's not actually touching any of the actual I guess we'll just try pushing these in first. Yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll see how it is. We'll see how it turns out. Screw it, we ball. Alright, I guess the skin tone one first. Grab some of these. Oh! Oh, there it is. Oof. I'm an old man. I can't bend down as easily. Skin tone one. And I guess that black one's going to be covering that spot, so let's just not mix these two. You know what? Those don't look like terrible eyes. It looks like she's got beady, tiny-ass pupils. But it doesn't seem terrible. You know what? What if we actually just give her pupils instead of actually following the thing? Just give her full-on pupils. Where would her pupils actually be, though? It's getting kind of lost, unfortunately. It would be these two. Like this one, this one. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I have a better purple here somewhere. Purple, 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 purple. Purple, where are you? Literally chasing a purple dragon. Oh, there we go. Purple. I like push that to the side. There you go. And I replace these with bigger corks. Do I have bigger corks? Use this for big ass schnoz. Does that work? Oh my god, I can't. Offset everything slightly. That looks super out of place without the rest of them. Let's not actually do that. I guess we'll just keep going. We'll see how it goes. Push these back in, make them a little more snug. There's some narrow eyes. How am I going to do the mouth, though? That's the question. I might just go sans face. Like, just sans eyes and mouth. Alright, we'll just fill this in and see how it goes. I can pluck them out later. If I decide sans mouth. Or sans facial features. Alright, and this is where the collar stops. Do I have light purple for the mouth? Light purple. Light purple. That's more skin tone. Purple. Purple, purple. Does that look like my Oshi? Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question. I don't want to hear the answer. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I could be better. Alright. Collar, or necklace, or whatever you want to call it. I really hope the hair isn't like the only thing we're gonna have that's identifiable via shape. It'd be nice to get more. Also, I need more black, it seems. I want the collar to stick out, so I think I'm only gonna do the 2 side spikes, maybe. I could probably do like a cheese in the middle still, though. Yeah. Get one more that's just like these, yeah. But I do want to fill in, it's like 4 more black ones. Alright, let me actually try spray painting these instead. Because that marker just takes the hair longer than I like. Need to make sure I don't cover up red ones that I'll need later. That's 2, 3, that's red. 4. Alright. Alright, do not do what I do. You know what, actually, let's just make my room a well-ventilated area real quick. I don't need to just accept issues. Alright, my room is now a well-ventilated area. Oh, it's because I'm not currently monetized, is why you can't send bits. I'm guessing that's the only real way to do it. Also, I just noticed this guy. Let me... Oop. Oh, is there not a... My block. I need to get out of this. Oh no. No, I don't want to unban. Oh my god. Click on other things. Oh no. You can see I'm relatively new, hence that's not why I'm not monetized. It's cut off on the corner. I regret my decisions. What if I just hit escape? Oh my. You know what? I'm gonna close the chat and reopen it. And we'll just see how that goes. Docs. Chat. Haha, it worked. Alright, cool. Oh, but yeah, to answer your question from earlier, Bjorn, because I don't know if are you going to monetize? I'd like to, it'd be nice. Obviously, this is not going to be my main source of income or anything, but it'd be nice to be able to fund projects with this. Because I definitely have a lot of things that I want to do. I've got a pretty long list of stuff that I'd like to do. And it's not all cheap. Hobbies just aren't cheap nowadays, no matter what the hobby is for the most part. So it'd be nice to monetize at some point. I think it's 50 followers and an average of 10 concurrent followers, something like that. Once you become it's not partner. I forget the term they use. But yeah, once you reach a certain amount of followers and like concurrent viewers, then like repeat viewers, then you can actually monetize. So it'd be nice to do so, definitely. Alright, let's pray this isn't a mistake. You know what? Not too bad. Oh, I fucked up a little bit. I got a little overzealous. Alright. These will be drying right here. Oh! Don't touch... I am safely using aerosols. Don't ask me specifics, please. But make sure to always use proper instructions and read all the instructions and warning labels on any aerosol or any other crafting products you may use in the future. That's just a healthy disclaimer. Alright, that one turned out better. Alright. Gonna let those... How long does this take to dry? Totally me not just now reading the instructions and labels for the first time. I just don't remember. Totally read them when I got them. 100%. I would never be caught doing unsafe things. There you go. Alright, these will dry. Those will hopefully be enough for the collar. I'm going to wipe off wash my hands real quick. 20 second break. Idle meeting. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Pay no attention to the fact that my hands are now covered in spray paint. Alright. Hopefully I don't need black again. I will need it for this, but we're just going to ignore that. As far as things planned, I'm one of the many people, I'm sure, who just have 1,000 things that they would love to learn how to do. And this is a good excuse to do that. As well as, if I saw someone, I don't know, it kind of, I feel like part of the reason I don't really attempt things is because, like, I want to do it perfect the first time. Something that, honestly, I'm not even now 100% good at accepting. So I've mentioned this on past streams, but like I feel that maybe having people see me who's attempting things like this for the first time, definitely different from most streamers who are doing something they're good at and people like watching people do things well, because that's just straight up cool to see. I watch those same videos of people who actually know what they're doing. But maybe people being able to see me struggle, as I just do on a daily basis anyway, that might give them the, I don't know if you want to just call it courage, or if you just want to call it like an earworm, they just start thinking about it more often. It'd be nice to have the people who see me actually kind of like post things of like things they've tried. Like if anyone else looking to make a cool cork board, or just any fellow brat sees this and they're like, that sounds like a neat project. It'd be cool to help people out, because I'm definitely in that same shoe, or have been for a very long time. Be like, look at this doofus, he sucks at crafts. I can definitely do better. I am just one of those really annoying mobile game ads. Alright, looks like I might only need 3 black pieces. Actually, that's going to be the sleeve anyway. Okay. Are these dry yet? How long does oh, nope, definitely not dry yet. Definitely not dry yet. Definitely not dry yet. Oof, water time. But yeah, I've got more craft stuff like this planned. I've got a bunch of music stuff planned. I do game on stream occasionally. One of the reasons I made sure to take the break instead of figuring out the craft screen while working is because it just got into like the string of I'm not ready yet, I'll just play a game. I'm not ready yet, I'll just play a game. And honestly, I definitely didn't want to be just kind of like turning into a RPG only stream. As much as I really don't mind playing games on stream, it would be nice to actually do the crafting stuff that I very much want to do. Let me grab a white one from here. Actually, short one. There we go. But yeah, roughly every other week though, I'll probably be playing Fire Emblem. Oh, I just realized I probably need black for the top of her crop top. Need some blue wine for the... yeah, I need blue wine. Do you think they have those on, I don't know, Star Wars? I was gonna do the whole blue milk reference. Or is it green milk? I don't know Star Wars well enough. Tatooine, right? Tatooine is where Luke Skywalker's quote-unquote from. No, Tatooine's the frost one. Or is it the desert? I have no idea. It's been way too long. I need blue wine. What blue beverages are even out there, actually? Are there any? I guess like smoothies would pretty much be the only thing. I don't have... Do I have blue spray paint, actually? I might have blue spray paint. I do not have blue spray paint, unfortunate. How do I not have blue? That's crazy. Yeah, I think I definitely am going to need blue for the eyes, though. So I guess I might not actually be gluing everything down today. I don't know. I would like to, but I might just straight up buy blue spray paint and then do what I'm doing with these black ones as well, and just spray paint them blue. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Oh, we can decide later. We don't need to commit now, because I definitely need more black. Significantly more black too, and that's just gonna take time to dry anyway. And I'll be real, do I even have enough red for the ears? Oh my lord! I flew too close to the sun. We flew. This is a group effort. I am taking you guys down with me. No one is safe from this. the outcome of this project. Need to put corks and Listerine. Oh, I do have Listerine. Oh, would that actually work? Hold up, we're gonna experiment actually. Hold up, I'm gonna get a small thing. Hold up, we're trying this. Is my Listerine blue or green though? Alright. I have a small Tupperware. We're gonna set one to soak for a bit. Alright, it's blue. It's blue. This is blue. This is blue. Alright. This is hysterical. Alright, small layer of Listerine just for the end. Won't remember your username? Oh, Listerine is up. It's pretty much wine. Like, this is basically still wine. I will for sure remember your username now. You have just about saved my life. I am indebted. Alright, I need like 4 pieces. At most. Oh my god, why didn't I even think of that? Just for like the bottom of something I don't want with black spray paint, and then I can just dip the cork in there. Oh my god. I try very hard. Guys, I just want you to know that I really do try very hard. This is genuinely like 115% effort. Unfortunately. Alright. 4 corks going into the Listerine. And you know what, let me rubber band them real quick so that way they hopefully will likely fall down this. Even though it's well ventilated, my entire nostrils are just filled with the scent of Listerine now. Alright, let me actually replace this one with one that's slightly more white. So that way they should end up with pretty much the exact same hue of blue. Theoretically, at least. This one's got a little more purple to it, but I don't see an obvious more white one. I guess this one would work. Okay, let me switch it out with this one. Oh my god, I would have spared so much mess and my fingers if I just thought of dipping rather than actually using an aerosol like an aerosol. Alright. We have corks and Listerine now. We're just gonna let those sit for a hot minute. This is so stupid. Alright. Let me put some black spray paint on a paper plate. Is that gonna bleed too much to the paper plate? Do I need like a stack of paper plate? You know what, I'll just use a stack. I don't think it should bleed too much, but just in case. They'll still need to dry. I know I can't place them immediately after doing this, but... Alright. Are these dry yet? No, that looks wet. This looks dry. Yeah, that looks dry. It's a little sticky, but dry. Yeah, let me give it some more room because I do think I want to fit 2 in there. Does this spike even show with her sleeve? It doesn't actually. So I might just remove this spike from the equation. I'm just gonna, I'll replace, that's fine. This one looks relatively dry. Oh, it wasn't dry enough. As long as I don't touch the faces, I should be fine. Cheese. Rat. Alright. Let's... Alright, because the faces aren't perfectly flat, it takes a decent bit of effort at the very least to cover it. Almost there. Almost there. Oh my lord, it really just doesn't want you. I will use a paper towel then. That should be able to actually hit the whole surface. So you dab. Oh, I think it's just not fresh spray paint as well anymore. Where'd I put it? While it's fresh, dabbing while fresh now. Do I have a brush? I could just use a brush, I guess, but I don't know if I have one. You know what? That's good enough for black, I think. Not a perfect solution, but a solution nonetheless. A solution nonetheless. Definitely much better than what I was doing before. Ooh, stretch. How long do you think it's going to take to absorb enough Listerine to tint? Probably a significant amount of time. Yeah, probably a significant amount of time. Oh, goodness. Alright. So we'll skip the row, we'll skip the top row of her crop top. We'll fill in the crop top. Should I get yellow spray paint too? If I'm already doing the black and likely the blue because I need like that accent pop there. Should I just spray paint? Should I get yellow spray paint too? Because I don't have yellow either. I've got... I've got black, red, and green. I don't have the 3 colors I need. Or the white and blue, or the yellow and blue that I would actually need. And I don't want to use red, because that defeats the purpose of having like stained cork. So I'm not going to spray paint red. I refuse. What do you guys think? Should I spray paint yellow? Alright, let's start filling out the crop top for a bit. Oh, I need to spell rat. I don't think I'm gonna be able to spell rat. Or, I guess, raw. Spell out the Pharaoh's curse in her outfit. It's a little skin tony, so... Oh, no. Oh! I will be right back. One more idle meeting. Hello there. Sorry about that. I have people just arrived to work on the place, and they needed some stuff taken care of before getting started. But yeah, yellow's close enough to Cork. You're right. I'm just hoping it sticks out well enough, because like it's gonna be the white, it's gonna be the yellow, and then it's gonna be her hand. So we'll see though. We'll see. Worst case scenario, it'll be slightly unfinished, and I can fill it out with cork. We decide later, kind of deal. These can probably be like skin tone. These are a little darker. I need to be very frugal with my colors for a bit. Alright. So that's gonna be... there's nothing really in... Oh, she does have like the black sports bra type top thing, so I guess doing a black line underneath is probably going to be helpful in just the legibility of the picture. So I'll just plan for a black one underneath as well. These are probably good skin tone ones. I will set these off to the side. Reddish. That's good enough for white. Pinkish skin tone, reddish. Skin tone, white. Skin tone, reddish, white. Literally just one more for the top, I think. I just need one more white. Alright. I think that's good enough for now for the top, because I still need to decide. Actually, I could probably do like one here and like two there. That's fine. Three more. There we go. What if I do like... Shove this out. Like that. Then I can put that there. And then the black one will go out there. Alright, I think that's good for the top. Yeah, that's good for the top. Oh, I will be right back. Hello. Are you planning on painting the board before gluing? I wasn't planning on it because I was semi-expecting whatever I make is gonna cover the whole board. But seeing as that might not be the case, I don't know, I need to decide. I can paint the board beforehand. Which if I do end up using the resin, it would allow me to do like a clear resin. Which would be nice because then I can just like blindly cover all of the corks with the resin if it's going to be a clear resin. Or I could just use a colored resin. So I definitely have options. Regardless, I've learned that I don't think this is being finished today, unfortunately. But unfortunately, the people who came to do work on the house, unconfirmed date, so they showed up, and then I just had to bother 3 people about it, because they weren't expected to be here. And then after I bothered 3 people, they came up and like, hey, they didn't tell us about this one thing, and I don't have the tools for this, so we're just gonna have to do this a different day. And I'm just like, great, awesome. I know it's not his fault in any way, shape, or form. They just didn't make a mention of a certain condition. So, it happens. I mean, this is evidence enough that mistakes are made. Planning is never 100% foolproof, so it is what it is. But yeah, I might end up... I think the best course of action would be painting the backboard some sort of background color. Probably like a nice baby blue, maybe, I don't know, like a nice contrasting color. And then I'll go ahead, glue the... I don't know, is the paint going to be an issue for gluing? That's the one thing I don't know. I don't have any experience with gluing things, especially cork. Especially cork. So I don't know if the paint's going to be in the way of gluing. That's something I'm going to have to research. I think paint would make it easier to glue. Okay. Alright. I'm assuming this is with the thought of you paint and then you let the paint dry, then you glue, if I'm not mistaken. Unless you're thinking of essentially using paint with glue mixed or something, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm assuming we're letting the paint dry, but like I said, I have no experience with gluing, so shrugs. Free shrugs all around. Shrugs are free and plentiful. Get them while they're hot. Yeah, wait for it to dry. Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, I guess that'll probably be the plan then. We'll figure this out. I will take very clear pictures. Actually, honestly, this stream is a directly top-down, so this stream's probably going to be good enough. But I'll take some backup pictures just in case. I'll bundle them accordingly. Label them accordingly. Figure out the paint thing. And then part 2, I probably won't paint this part 2 just because I'll have to make it dry. I don't know if blue would be the best back color though. Probably want something simple like white or black. That's fair. That's fair. I was just thinking of a contrast thing, but even then there's actually going to be a little bit of... If I'm grabbing the blue for the eyes, I might end up using it as an accent color on the sleeves too anyway. It's going to also be kind of loud. Probably white. If I'd have to choose between white or black, I think white would probably be better. Yeah, white would probably be better. As well as I can test that with just like printer paper as well first. I can very easily like put out the printer paper, put the corks back out, see how it looks. And if that doesn't look, then I'll probably just paint it black. Black, and then I'll figure out clear resin. So next stream, this will already be painted, because I don't want to wait for it to dry on stream, probably. I'll go ahead and I'll finish the corks with whatever spray paint I have, because I'm not going to do too much work with the cork. I don't want to do too much of that off-screen. I might do a little bit of it off-screen, but I definitely don't want to do too much of it. This will already be dry, so then we'll go ahead, sand, glue, I'll probably build the frame too. Yeah, I'll build the frame off screen. Yeah. Because I'll probably want that painted as well. So yeah, I'll build the frame off screen. I'll paint off screen. I'll get the supplies for resin. I'll get the extra paint. And then on stream part 2, spray paint finish, or spray paint corks, finish the cork layout, start gluing, and then pouring resin. Thumbs up. Which this way. Thumbs up. Oh no, that's down. Thumbs up. That's the plan, I guess. Cool. Alright, then I think for this, let's get the sleeve going. Yeah, let's get the sleeve. Let's get, I guess, part of the skirt, at least. And the hand. And I really don't think I have enough purple for the ears. I'm gonna have to dig for a bit, I think. These still aren't dry. I put way too much, put a little too much, what is it? Spray paint on those, unfortunately. Can I squeeze this in here? Oh, I was not happy with that. I need a thinner one. I need a thin boy. There we go. That's a bit better. So yeah, that'll be the plan for next stream then. Those are still drying. Yeah, let's do the sleeve. I did not expect to use this many of the bagged ones, to be honest. But I also wasn't really planning on making this image at first as well, so that's probably most of the reason. Let's get to him. I do also have these. I don't know if they're going to be useful, though. I don't think these are going to be useful any. I guess I could do that for something. I'm not sure what would benefit from these, though. Yeah, no, I don't really think they're going to be super useful. Because I like the big bulbous ones using that for like the finger and thumb, if possible. I don't think those are going to be useful for fingers. Sleeve? Or craft sleeve? Like that? I don't know, I kind of like having the distinction between the sleeve and the top. Even though that's technically not 100% accurate. Let's actually move these up as well. Like that. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Where did I put my finger ones? There. Big pointer finger. Do I have an even bigger one? I wish that'd be amazing. I don't think so, though. This one's extra bulbous, but I feel like it's just not gonna actually showcase unless I like trim all of them really short. I don't know if I'm gonna what I'm gonna do about the trimming portion. I know I said I was gonna maybe do 3D. It still would be cool. Maybe like make like the main low level. Are you going to cut the cork shorter for the belly button? Actually, yeah, maybe. Oh, actually, I could use these. There we go. Belly button. That looks weird. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I think it would be cool to actually make it somewhat 3D, though, actually. So, like, the shortest plane would probably be, like, the figure herself. Have this part slightly higher, have the hair in the front slightly higher. Hair in the back would be shorter. And then like the tallest bit is going to be like the sleeve and then the hand. So that'd be cool. So it'll probably range from like corks of like 1/2 inch. Because what are these? Generally, these are like roughly 1.5 inches long, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, 1.5 inches roughly. So do like 3 planes. Actually, I could maybe do 4. I'd have the background, plane 0. Plane 1 would be the background of the model, so that will be the twin tails, the back arm, and the head and rest of the body. Plane 2 would be the hair up front, ears, chest, and I guess sleeve. Sleeve I can make like a little taller, it wouldn't be super, super tall. And then at the full 1.5 inches would be the hand. So yeah, I could do like three-ish planes. I could do 3-ish tiers or levels or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, as long as the hand comes out good, you know what, I will call this stream a success. Yeah, the collar is going to need a bit of work, though. I don't know, I feel like it's going to be hard to put together until I get the sleeve situated, unfortunately. But that's just how it be sometimes. Yeah, I think just 3 more of the skin tone color and the hands are pretty much sold. That's white. Yeah. Actually, that's... Yeah, okay. Solid. Yeah, because I'm going to need more black for this. Black for the top and bottom of the top. I guess I am going to have skirt, though. So do I have enough white to start doing the skirt? Because I'll need this portion of her belt. I'm very much running low on these smooth auxiliary corks. Skin tone. I'm trying not to dig too much into my like stained ones and using the white side, but I might just have to. Alright, belt and then skirt segment. These are all pretty much the skin tone colors, but maybe they'll be light enough next to other white ones. That's pretty light. This one's a relatively wide segment, right? Yeah, because it's just going to be like a single line of black. Actually, if it's black next to red, I can probably just use the skin tone ones as well. That shouldn't be an issue then. They'll contrast well enough. And then I guess we'll actually have... Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing the stuffed rat on her hip. We'll see. Alright, let's try to see how much red I actually have at my disposal. Skin tone. Guess that's pinkish. Pinkish. Yeah, like I said, I did save some because I knew I was going to need them for other stuff later. I didn't grab like every single red one when I was strapped for red, or when red was scarce. So I do have some red at my disposal. do some more white as well. Eh. I need like bins to actually put stuff in after I actually organize them. So I'm just placing them back down. I swear I looked at the same cork 5 times. I need to like grab some Tupperwares that are literally sitting right behind me and actually organize them. I thought about organizing them pre-stream, but I didn't want... I was worried about doing too much work. The struggle is the content after all. I was about to say you guys pay for the struggle to see the struggle, but you're not really paying at all. I'm just offering it for free. I'm gonna struggle regardless. Might as well use it to potentially make someone's day better, right? So I'm gonna struggle no matter what. If that's just how life be. Is that really all the red I have? I guess these are kind of red. As red as some of the other ones I put at least. I need more wine. Alright, that should be enough to at least get kind of cooking. Try to use the darkest ones next to the white so that way the contrast hits. And then the rest of them should just kind of seem red because they're next to these. Your mind already has tricks played on it constantly, you might as well take advantage of it. Yeah. I guess red segment of the skirt's there. Black segment. White segment. Potential stuffed rat. Don't know if I'm doing it. We'll just have to see. Yeah. At least save room for the rat if I want to do it. Alright. I don't know if I can... Oh, I guess I could do the red here. I could do that portion. Yeah, I can do that portion of her sleeve at least. Should I steal some from her hair? I don't really want to steal from her hair. The hair turned out so good. Yeah, I definitely don't want to steal from her hair. I guess I could steal, like, a couple. Like, ones that already aren't, like, super strong and, like, already next to a bunch of strong ones. Need, like, one more. Oop. And then this one can go there. Alright, actually, not too bad. And then the rest will be blue. And then black. And then whatever the sleeve's gonna be. Oh, I completely forgot about the ears again. Hot damn. I could just 3D print ears. Yeah, I need more wine. Alright. I'm gonna check on the Listerine staining, but I think this is honestly, unfortunately, as far as I can get on stream today. Alright, the Listerine has not stained them at all. They are pretty much still perfect. unfortunate. I'm gonna let them sit here though, and we're just gonna see, because that would be hilarious if it actually ended up working. That's just gonna sit there for who knows how many days. I will put this somewhere safe. This should be fine. Alright, yeah, I think this is... I guess this is what I'm calling it. I definitely need to consider stuff before I proceed further, so. Alright, well thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everyone's company. So, next week is slotted for Fire Emblem. I think the week after that is where I had the question marks. So, depending on where I am on prepping for this, it might be part 2. Or it might be something else. We'll see. Hopefully it could be part 2. I definitely don't want this to sit around for too long. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.